Former Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is set to return to office after an overwhelming victory in weekend parliamentary elections. Sharif was previously overthrown from power by a military coup. His latest victory comes as some say relations between the U.S. and Pakistan are deteriorating. In a post-election interview with the Wall Street Journal, Sharif said he wants good relations with the U.S. Critics of Sharif say he has a dangerous tolerance of extremist groups. But U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry welcomed his victory, saying the U.S. will work with the new government. And for more on the Pakistani election, we turn now to our senior international correspondent, Gary Lane. Gary, what do you think of this guy, Nawaz Sharif? He says he wants to end Pakistan's involvement in the U.S. war on terror.
Well, that's because everyone in Pakistan, Wendy, dislikes these drone attacks that are along the border of Pakistan. Sure, terrorists are killed there, but also innocent civilians in some cases have been killed. And for the Pakistanis, this is an issue of sovereignty. They see it as a violation of their sovereignty. Of course, we see it as just trying to kill those that are killing our men in Afghanistan. Well, but I think he's someone that the U.S. can deal with. We have dealt with him in the past.
Well, if Pakistan exit, does that open the door for more involvement by extremist groups?
Well, Sharif has always tried, he's on a tight wire. He always delicately balances both sides, and he often plays to the base. And the base is the more Islamist elements within the society. And I think he, though, is someone that we can deal with, and I think this will work out.
Well, there's a lot of Christians in Pakistan. You've been there. You've met with many of them in their house churches. What does this mean for the Christians?
Well, I think more of the same, unless Sharif does something to crack down on these extremists. Now, when he was prime minister before, he put in place anti-terrorism laws and also set up a terrorism court. So if he treats these acts against Christians and their churches as terrorist acts and, cracks down on them, then that will be a better situation for Christians. But so far, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, Secretary of State John Kerry said he welcomes this new administration, Mr. Sharif. How does this play into American-Pakistani relations?
Well, again, I think he's someone that we can deal with. One of the first things he wants to do is reestablish peace talks with the Indian government. Remember, Sharif is the one that first detonated the nuclear device in Pakistan as a response to what the Indians had done with their nuclear weapons. So he has a record, but he also wants to work peace with them, also get along with the United States. I think it's a wait and see.
All right. It sure would be nice if we have someone we can work with.
Well, he has to get their economy in shape first.
All right. Gary, thanks so much for your insights. Mark?